Okay, welcome. It's Danny Glover from Fight Fan TV Live here at the Miguel's Boxing Gym in Loughborough Junction, Brixton. Here joined today by Craig Spider Richards. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Well, as always.
So what brought you down here? We're at the Boxing Heist weigh-in for Dean Whites. What brought you down here today?
Yeah, a lot of the boys from around the area. Dean, obviously a good friend of mine, having his second show as a promoter. So I just come down to support the weigh-in, support the show and support the boys today.
Well, yes, that's very good. So you was at the last show, the first one. What did you think of it?
Very good. The entertainment was great. They had a lot of different things in shows. They had little entertainments, punch bags and things like that. The arena was set up very well. And this time I believe it will be better because of the level of boxing is higher than the last show. So I feel like the boxing wasn't the highest level last time, but this time they've got better and more known fighters on the card this time. So I believe it will just be a 2.0 version of the first one.
Yes, I agree. I see today at the weigh-in, a lot of the opponents who was fighting who were against the home fighters seemed quite lively and very up for it. There might be a couple of upsets on the card. Do you believe so?
I believe so. These guys looked like they was ready to go for it. I feel like rather you than me, sir. I'm joking, but it was good. It's good. It's good to see when both guys are coming to win, because we're in for a serious fight. It's going to be when two men are live, ready to go, trading leather. You know, that's what we pay our money for.
Very true, very true. So is there anyone particular you're going to be looking out for tomorrow night who's on the Dean White show?
You know, John Hardy Jr., another friend of mine. I know Martin, I've done some rounds with him, sparring, another good fighter. I remember the Jeff, he's boxed one of my friends in the amateurs. I remember him, he's had a good few fights to pro, so I've seen him around on the circuit. He'll be another good fighter. And obviously, Iffy, he's a big puncher. Be careful, that's going to be a KO. His opponent's lively though, but I know Iffy can punch.
Yeah, also there's a clash of shows tomorrow. There's the Matchroom show featuring John Ryder versus Danny Jacobs. Also another stablemate of yours will be Felix Cash versus Magomedov. How do you see how has the training been going for both those guys in camp?
Oh, they're both obviously in our gym. We always train very hard. They're both in tremendous shape. I saw them both on the scales today. Both in good shape. Both ready. Both know they've got to grab this opportunity with two hands, because they both know if they win tomorrow night, then the war's their race. So they've got big things lined up. If John Ryder beats Danny Jacobs, he could be knocking on the door for that world title shot. Felix Cash, he beats him. He's already mandatory for the European. He'll have that next. So they both must win fights for them to push on their career for bigger and better things.
Yeah, so is there anyone else you'd be maybe looking forward to seeing on the DAZN channel, or if you're in attendance, who's also on that show tomorrow night? Yeah,
of course, Shiloh, Sugar Shy. I know him, good friend of mine as well, coming through. He's like a little bro. He's 2-0 at the moment, should get 3-0. He's looked great in his first two fights, and I believe the third fight, if he does what he's done the first and second, I think we would see him on Matchroom a lot more. Okay,
so also over to yourself. Is there any news coming or any updates of when you're fighting next? We've seen rumours about yourself and Joshua Buatsi potentially fighting in either April or May. What could you tell us about that?
Well, obviously we was in talks to a few fighters, but I spoke to the manager the other day. I heard there's very strong talks on going with the Buatsi fight. So it looks like they're coming to some sort of agreements. I'll probably get more update on that maybe over the weekend and early next week to find out what's actually happening with me for the next move.
We saw your manager talking about he wants it 50-50, and you know he thought that the first offer was quite a low ball. Do you feel that that's managed to be resurrected at all, or is there better updates with that?
Well, I leave them to their job, but the fact I've heard that the negotiations are going well, I believe that must have been resolved and that issue must have been sorted. So yeah, hopefully that is sorted. I'll check my account after. I'm not joking.
So if that fight does manage to come off, where will it likely to be held? Would it be the O2 Arena, Selhurst Park? We've heard some fans talking about possibly happening. Would you like, which one would you prefer?
I have no clue. It'd be nice to be at Selhurst Park, and also O2 Arena is a home arena for us. We know that if they'll be looking at venues if this fight is going ahead, so I'm not sure at the moment. I'm just gonna, that's another thing I've got to wait and find out more updates towards if we fight, where would it be, etc. That's more details I need to know about as well.
So if that fight doesn't come off, is there any other options which you've spoken about? Because we saw you heard you had a meeting with them not too long ago.
Well, Dominic Bozil was another front runner we were looking at. So it was another one that was out of that fight as well. Obviously, he was bringing silverware, but the Buatsi fight brings the profile in for the bigger name. So they're the front runners right now, them two names.
Okay. Did you manage to catch the Alois Jr. interview where he calls you a bum and he says that he gives you great advice? What's your reply to that?
Listen, I nearly got nicked after the spar with him. You know, he's a good kid coming up. You know, he's a good kid, but he's a kid at the end of the day. He's a funny guy. No, I like Alois. He's good, he's young, he's strong, he's hungry, he's coming through, full of confidence. And I wish him well. Anytime, obviously, he needs me, I'll be there to help him. He helped me out from my camp I can't remember what fight it was, but he definitely come down and done some rounds with me and helped me, jumped in to do some sparring with me, and I think he's got a bright future.
Yeah, he's got another fight on his second fight on March the 11th. Will you be tuning into that or in attendance?
Yeah, hopefully I can get down there and support him. That's the plan, hopefully, because I want to see the kid do well. And
finally, any message for your supporters and all your followers out there?
Yeah, thank you for keep supporting me. Stay tuned. Be out in attendance, and I thank guys at Fight Fan TV for giving me the time of day and the platform.
Thank you very much. It's Danny Glover from Fight Fan TV Live. We're here with Craig Richards, and we're at Persistence Beats Resistance.